Hello and welcome to my studio. I'm Noemi from Pigeon Art and today we're going to be knitting. In my last video where I was organising my yarn stash, I showed you this yarn and mentioned that I'd like to probably turn it into a singlet. This is the last singlet I made out of yarn and I'll probably just be replicating that, except I will be not making it quite as swoopy necked. I've just pulled out the same needles as I used for that yarn and gave this a quick try. So I'm going to cast on 70 because from memory that's how many it was. I'll see if it seems too big. I mean, they're not the same size yarn either, so it might need less. But then I'll do a rib stitch, 2x2 rib stitch for the first maybe 3 or 4 rows, 4 or 5 rows, and then I'll start with stocking stitch. What I'm going to be doing this time, so I don't have to guess next time, is writing down what I'm doing. It's not a new idea, but for me it is, so let's just keep a little notepad near me while I'm knitting this. Then I'm going to count the rows that I do in rib stitch. Every time I do a row, I'm going to add a little, tally so that I can stay on top of it, hopefully. I've never been really very good at remembering to keep count, so we'll see. And seeing as I'm actually keeping count this time, I will put the pattern in the description as well, so go check that out if you would like to make your own. You might have to make adjustments, to account for different sizes and things like that. So it's the next day. I've knitted this much. I've tried to keep count, but I'm having some doubts that I've remembered each time to cross one off, but we'll see. I was having a little bit of a worry because I remembered, fittingly, I'm wearing the top I'm talking about right now. When I started knitting this, the ball of yarn was bigger than this one was at the beginning. And this is all I could get out of that ball of yarn. So I was getting worried that I was going to run out of yarn and it would be another short one. But it is looking kind of promising. So hopefully we don't end up with any issues. Any not enough yarn issues. So I'm just going to keep going. I think what I'll do is I will do the back first. So this will be the back piece, because I have a shirt where the back, or jumper where the back piece is longer, and I don't mind that. So if I do run out of yarn on the front piece, then it'll be okay to have the back piece longer than the front piece. So I'm going to keep knitting away. I thought I'd give you an update. It's a lovely day outside, so I might go outside and knit for a little while. Hi, so excuse the wet hair. I don't have time to dry it before I could do this. I have to leave in half an hour. Hopefully this video will come out next week, so I need to crack on, but this is how much I've done. And then I've done the strap as well on one side. So I've been keeping count of what I've done on this side so I can replicate it on this side. This is how much I have left. This can be the back, hopefully. And with this much left, hopefully I'll still have enough to do a swoopy cowl neck. That's the plan. We will cross that bridge when we get to it. I'll have a very good idea of whether that's a possibility or not by then. So I always leave my knitting on the knitting needle when I go and do one side, just because it doesn't really get in the way, because I cast off all of this and I'm knitting there, and then it slowly does that. It doesn't actually get in my way, so I know exactly where I'm up to. Here I'm just going to attach this to here. And then I can get my notes, have a look. So I should have 15 stitches, 12, 13, 14, 15, so that's right. Purl 13, knit 2 together. So now it's the other way around, so I need to purl 2 together. So I need to purl 2 together and then purl 13. Then it said knit 2 together, knit to the ends. So I need to knit to the end and then knit the last 2 together. So I'm just doing every step that I did except in reverse, because it's the other side, like a mirror. And then stocking stitch for 1, 2, 3, so 14 rows, and then cast off. So I'm hoping to finish this before I leave so I can knit in the car. Okay, so when I said 14 I meant 19 rows, but I actually went and did another one, so it went to 20, just because I'm sure I finished on a knit. I cast off with the knit rows, so and 19 got me to a purl row. So I'm just casting off now. We have another strap. So I'll just show you what it'll look like if it is on my front. Look something like that. So pretty happy with that. And I'll get started on the next one. Hello. It has been another week. I have finished the other piece. So I was getting really worried about running out of yarn, this is all I have left. So I actually ended up casting off earlier. All I can say is that I'm not sure how this is going to look once it's on. It's what the first piece looked like. A bit like this. Whereas the other piece is completely different. I think I'm gonna just sew them together and see how it looks on. So I've done one side now. I will do the other and then we'll get to try it on. I think it's gonna be all right. That's the front maybe, and that's the back. Once I try it on, then we'll know which side's the front and which side's the back, because one side will look better than the other. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, feel free to give it a like. It really helps me out. I upload every second Sunday with art, DIY and sewing videos. So I hope to see you then. Bye!